Hello everybody, the name is Lembeler Jr. and I am here at the aftermath of IKIGAI with Mr. SABAI. You absolutely did your thing. Don't leave me hanging. You did your absolute thing last night, and I'm guessing right off the bat, this is possibly was your biggest set of 2025. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, this is the biggest stop of the fucking Amore tour.
That is insane. But although I will say this, of course we're going to speak about the EP FM All Right. However, I feel like last night when I was there in the front of the rail, it was almost a coagulation of not only FM All Right, but also North Star. This isn't just FM All Right tour. This was a whole freaking IKIGAI experience, which is also, I'm guessing, honoring your freaking label that I had no idea you made. That, please, could you explain this IKIGAI tour and this label? What was the inspiration of this?
So it's still like really early, but the whole concept is I really want to build this Ikigai concept, which is a Japanese word, which is basically like you find your purpose through this when you find the balance of like when you're doing something that you love, you're doing something that you're good at, something that you can make money from, and then something that is like giving back that's like to the world. So once you have this four balance, you kind of like find your purpose. That's the whole concept that I really resonate with. So when I built this Ikigai label, I wanted to start to find like-minded people that that I can see myself in them, whether they're artists or, you know, they work in creative industry, whether they're like media, like can be anyone really.
Really?
So I wanted to start like building this, and I think the only way to do that is to start with the label, and hopefully this can grow into a community that I can maybe do even more stuff. And Miles Away is actually the first artist that I'm signing on this Ikigai label, and I just signed his whole album. And then this show, Ikigai concept, is a live show where I want to do like a rock, like a live band, you know, like a hybrid of the EDM show that you typically see, but now with the live element. And then I want to give this to like to be a space for artists that I believe in on the label as well.
That is amazing to hear, and I'm very happy to know that you kind of have your vision, you kind of know what you want this IKIGAI project to be, and already signing someone as incredible as Miles Away, who has had a few hits under his sleeve. For example, his remix of, I'm guessing, one of the songs with Lione, L-I-O-N-E, he absolutely killed with that remix. So for him to have a few songs already on your label, and now an album, Miles Away, we are so freaking proud of you. I cannot wait to see what comes next. So my question is, who else may be possibly on the label? I mean, we have Miles Away. Is Dream Driver next? Is Alien next? Or anyone from the North Star tour that you supported, like, you know, Botcash, Ace Aura, Skybreak? Any of those could possibly be contenders for IKIGAI?
So I'm like definitely open to anyone to submit their interests and stuff, but I'm like very selective because I am not trying to be a label that work with a lot of artists here. But at the same time, I don't really want to give it away yet. I don't want to say which artist I'm like looking to work with yet until like we're like have deals and everything in place first. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that for now. Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it at that for now. But the one thing I want to ask is, as well as this, you mentioned that, you know, you were trying to find your vision, you found the vision for IKIGAI, similar to how you say that, you know, you tried finding your sound and what really resonated with you, what you wanted people to remember you. Not for validation, but just you wanted to leave your mark on the industry and say, this is who I am, this is SABAI. And I feel like it all began with one song. It's not that song that you're thinking of. I just want to explain this remix right here, the Kiara Messy remix. So stoked to have finally found my sound. What was about this remix that you made all those years ago that made me say, this is it, this is who I am?
This is so crazy because when I made this remix, I was in like an experimental stage where I've been producing for like 5-6 years leading up to that point. And I was making progressive house. I was making like
future bass.
Yeah, future bass and everything. And it was that song that like, it was just like a remix that I just downloaded the acapella online and something about like the drop with like, you know, like the vocal shop and like that thing. And I just like, oh my god, I think I got it. And after that, literally like a million days like was born out of that, you know, like all. So that was when I found my sound.
And now I have to ask and the thing is, of course, you mentioned already, Million Days with Claire Ridgely. Is she here tonight or no?
She left already. She was. She just flew back home.
Because I really want to give her flowers because you, Huang, and no, just you. We have Huang coming in later, but Million Days with Claire Ridgely and everyone else, absolutely freaking incredible. And the thing is, it holds a lot of weight because this was the song that was, you say yourself, this is why I want to show people, my parents and everyone around me, that this song is it, and it validates how much I put into this industry, why I want to go all out to make music my full-time career. Did you think it would grow to where it is right now? We knew it was going to be successful, but for it to reach almost over 70 million streams in total across Spotify, across YouTube, thanks to Wave Music, across SoundCloud, did we think it was going to be as big as how it is now?
No, I really didn't at all, to be honest. I just knew that I worked on that song for 8 months, and that song hold like such a special part in my heart. But I had no idea that that was gonna be the start of everything. But I would say the moment that I got Million Days to get signed to Monster Cat, that was my first time getting the feeling proud of myself actually. So that was like my first time that I was like, I told myself that I want to do something, and I was able to achieve that. So I guess that's what Million Days meant for me. It's like my first real taste of success. Success in a term of like, I set my mindset and I was able to achieve it.
Right, and so with that, and so with you, like, you know, having that song, having that much weight, having that much success, it kind of just paved the way for so many other incredible moments. Like, of course, you performing at Monster Cat Compound, you having that Million Days tour with you and Huang, you guys absolutely freaking killed it with that Million Days tour, and then everything is kind of like steamrolled from there. Although, I will ask this, and I'm surprised no one really asked this so far in the few interviews and stuff I've read about you, that is that, are you trying to chase that same level of success? Because we do have Million Days Part 2, which I believe is Daydream.
That's correct, yeah.
And I'm just curious to know, first off, Daydream, freaking incredible, one of my favorite songs from the North Star album, but I feel like, what's the story behind it? Because that is something I feel like also has a lot of emotional weight to it, because in it was like one of the last songs in IKIGAI Live NYC where you had the words of, have you ever had a dream so big people told you it was literally impossible? That didn't stop you from still reaching for those dreams and reaching a level, reaching somewhere that you never ever dreamed of in your life.
Yeah, so that song, like you said, it's actually came together after Million Days, the experience where me and Huang and I went on tour together.
I want to make sure to say it properly. I'm so
Huang
sorry.
and I went on tour together with Elefante, and we were like, we both wanted this so bad, you know, like this touring live and becoming an artist. And after that tour, we really felt it that like, wow, this can really become our career, and we have like shows under our belt, and we wanted to like recreate Million Days with the experience that we have today. So that song became like such a special song because it took me back to like how I started music. When I remember that no one believed that I was able to do this, you know, like I literally had to be the only one feeling like I can do this. And then
you are your own cheerleader.
I was my own cheerleader, and fast forward, after seeing the crowd come out, sing the song, you know, like all of that, that's why Daydream was born.
And that is amazing to hear. And I have this out of the blue. Do you feel like right now, where we are right now, and how much that your career has built, do you still feel like you're kind of dreaming, or you're a bit more grounded?
Definitely more grounded, I would say. But I'm hoping that this is just the beginning still for me.
Right, and speaking of beginnings, there is one other thing that you were a part of that I'm hoping has more of a beginning and a lot more beginnings, a lot more of a journey. This little thing that I know is on your laptop, Hidden Horizon, with you and Wang and Elefante and so many other incredible people as well. I'm curious to know, one, will there be any more works coming from that little project there? And secondly, what does Hidden Horizon mean to you? Because I feel like it was made for one reason only, to make sure we highlight people like you from Thailand, from Japan, from China, anyone who's Asian American, they get the spotlight they deserve. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, that's definitely, yeah. However, with the Hidden Horizon, it was like the mission that we have. I think I am still gonna do that with the IKIGAI. So with Hidden Horizon, it was with like Elefante, me, and actually Michael Tam that started that together. He's right there. But,
love you, Michael Tan.
Yeah, but then I was just realizing after that it was too similar to what I'm already gonna be doing myself with IKIGAI. So I had to take a step back on that and focus on SABAI and IKIGAI instead.
Understood. And if you could maybe define what was taking a step back mean to you, like what does that meant?
So,
just like don't work with them, but like work just on yourself and your vision.
Yeah, so I could work on with them as an artist, but running it, I don't think I have the capacity to do that.
Understood.
Also, I think we might have to cut it soon.
Yeah, we might have to, because the crowd's already building.
Yeah.
The music's already bumping a bit. So I'll end it with this. I'll end it with this, and this is something that maybe we'll get an answer of tonight, because we might have some news about this. What might, besides the EP, I think there might be an EP that is coming in the future. What might be next for SABAI? What might be next for IKIGAI?
Next is, to be honest, I think 2026 is going to be really crazy. I have a lot of stuff that I'm changing. No, I can't review anything at all, actually.
Well, just save it for tonight or for 2026?
Yes.
I will respect that. Again, SABAI, thank you so much for your time. Thanks so much for this little talk, because this is something that this not only you were one of the people I really want to speak to for the longest time, next to you and Wang, but because the journey, the way how you built stuff up, pretty much from the ground up, all began ever since you said that I was losing a part of myself, and I wanted to just find something that was worthwhile, that I really enjoyed doing, despite all the people saying that you couldn't do it, despite your parents saying that we sacrificed everything for you, and you're just gonna just throw it all away for this, and you're showing them you can do it. Anyone can do it, put their mind to it, and I'm happy to say right now that I'm happy to know that you are such a huge inspiration, not only for Asians, for anyone who wants to have a dream to chase, my dream to chase. I will make sure I remember your story, your words, your journey, and I'll use that as a fire to keep going, like how you'll always will keep going year after year after year with a project of SABAI.
Got it. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much, and thanks so much for watching and listening. We gotta get to IKIGAI, celebrate this huge NYC milestone. This is Len Valera Jr., SABAI, signing out. Love you guys so much. Peace.